What is going on, guys? Thanks for checking out this video, my sports Gematria. In this video, I'm going to go over some UFC fights for Saturday, February 5th, 2022. I'm going to show you highlights of each side, and it's going to be up to you to determine who you think will win based on the numbers. I encourage you to add additional information on top of this if needed for you to feel confident in your own pick. And I wish you guys the best of luck on all your picks for today. Let's go ahead and get to the fights. We're going to be looking at UFC Fight Night, Hermansson versus Strickland. But we're not going to look at all the fights. I'm just going to be doing the co-main event and the main event. So I'm going to do this fight right here, the co-main event, and then I'm going to do the main event. We'll just give those a quick look and just kind of see what the numbers are. On this side of the screen is what I call my daily numbers, date numerology, Gregorian Hebrew calendar. And then on this side of the screen is what I call my game numbers specific to the game. The way that I have it structured here is I have the name of the event at the top, location, I have the weight class for the fight, and then I have one fighter right here, their name, Gematria, their birthday, to and from, their fight record, any type of win or losing streak that they may be on, as well as their UFC record. In the middle is the head-to-head name, Gematria. And then at the bottom is the other fighter, their name, birthday, to and from, their fight record, any other like streaks that they're on, win or lose, and then the UFC record, their fight record. So let's go ahead and look at the co-main and the main event here. Let me bring up a bigger screen for you guys. There we go. Let's get the bottom going. There we go. UFC Fight Night co-main event. All right, so we're going to look at Nick Maximov versus Panahili Sereno. Forgive me for if I butchered that name. I probably did. Forgive me. I mean no disrespect. But let's go ahead and start with the usually I start in fights, not in fights, but just in games in general. I usually start with the home team, and then I show numbers for the away team. But here there's no home and away, so I'll just start with who I have on the bottom, which would be Nick Maximov. So if Nick was going to win this fight, he could become a perfect 8-0, like 80. If we write out 80, 80 sums to 25. Today has 29 date numerology on the Gregorian. 29 and 25 are identical in all four base ciphers. 25, 29, 25, 29, identical in all four base ciphers. So on a day with 29 date numerology, Nick could become a perfect 8-0, like 80. 80 sums to 25. On top of that, today does have a 49 date numerology. And if we just single out the number 8 and write it, instead of doing 80, we just do 8. He becomes a perfect 8-0, gets his 8th win in a row. The number 8 sums to 49. Today does have 49 date numerology on the Gregorian, as well as 29. He can get his 8th win in a row as Panahili Sereno gets his 2nd loss in a row, and Sereno would become 8-2, like 82, for a fight record in his career to go with. So Nick would become 8-0. He would become 8-2, 2nd loss in a row, 8th win in a row, 8-2, 2-8. His name, Panahili Sereno, I'm butchering that. His name sums to 79, the 22nd prime number. He can get his 2nd loss for his career, his 2nd loss in a row, and also become 2-2 for a UFC record with a loss like 22. His name, 79, the 22nd prime. On the Hebrew Civil, it's the 152nd day, leaving 232 left. His name sums to 232. And if we write out the number 79, 79 sums to 152, it'd be in the 152nd day, a day leaving 232 left. His name, 232. and 79. 79 sums to 152. And then you can say 79, the 22nd prime. He could become 2-2, get a second loss in a row, get a second loss for his career. And Nick, he would get his second win for the UFC to go along with that 2 pattern. And those would be the numbers for Nick Maximov to win this fight. If I would look to Panahili Sereno to win this fight, I would say something like he could become 9-1, like 91 for a fight record in his career. 91, the 13th triangular number. Today does have 13 date numerology on the Gregorian. Today has 29 date numerology on the Gregorian, and he could become 3-1 for a UFC fight record with a win. 3-1, like 31. If you write out 31, 31 sums to 109 at the 29th prime number. 31 is the 11th prime number, like 1-1. And Nick would become 1-1, like an 11 for a UFC record with a loss. This is Soriano versus Maximov, which sums to 76. This is Panahili Sereno's 76th day of his current 29-year-old age on a day with 29 date numerology. He could become 3-1, like 31. 31 sums to 109, the 29th prime number. What else? I think that's it for this one. I think that's all I really found. Yeah. It's really going to come down to the 2, the 22 pattern, or the 29 and the 91 pattern, I would think. But that's the co-main event. That's what I have for right now. Not a whole lot, nothing flashy, just a few connections here and there. Let's go on to the main event. We'll look at Sean Strickland versus Jack Hermansson. And we'll start with Sean Strickland. If Sean Strickland was going to win this fight, he has some pretty good numbers, or I should say Jack Hermansson has quite a few numbers going against him. Sean Strickland, it's 22 days till his next birthday, and he could become 25-3 for a fight record in his career, like 253, which is the 22nd triangular number, 253, 25-3 or 253, 22nd triangular number. So 22 days till his upcoming birthday, he could become 25-3, the 22nd triangular number. Jack Hermansson would sit on 22 wins for his career with a loss. And Jack, he would become 22-7 for a fight record in his career with a loss. His name, Jack Hermansson, sums to 227. And mathematically speaking, 227 is the 49th prime number. Today has 49 date numerology on the Gregorian. It also is the 36th day of the Gregorian New Year. And Jack Hermansson sums to 151, the 36th prime number, as well as 227, the 49th prime number. And he could become 22-7 with a loss in his career. In his 29th fight today with 29, 49 date numerology, the 36th day of the Gregorian. So he has some numbers, his own numbers working against him. But nothing's impossible. He can still win. Let's see some numbers here for him. If he was going to win this fight, he would get his 23rd win for his career on the 251st day of his current age. 251, or excuse me, 241. My bad. 241 is the 53rd prime number. And 23, if you write it out, sums to 53. So on the 251st day of his current age, the 53rd prime number, he can get his 23rd win for his career. 23 sums to 53. This is his 14th UFC fight. He could become 10-4 for a UFC record with a win. If you write out the number 14, 14 sums to 104. And That's about all I saw for that one. 24-4. I don't know. Maybe I'm just too tired right now. I apologize, guys. I did this kind of late. Oh, I just noticed another 227. Sean Strickland, his birthday is February 27th, 227. Jack could become 227. His name, 227. That's a lot of 227s. That'd be so funny if Jack still wins. He still wins. It's like the 23. It's the 23 that does it. That's a lot of 227s. It's okay, so it's 49 date numerology, 227, the 49th prime. Jack Hermansson, 227. He could become 22-7. Fighting against Sean Strickland, born on 227. There's a lot of 227s. It's in Las Vegas, 49, 227, the 49th prime. I don't know. Well, one thing that would go for Jack would be he can get his second win in a row as Sean Strickland ends his 5-fight win streak, 5-2-2-5. It will be February the 5th, 25/5/2. If I know how to talk, if I could remember how to talk, it would be 2/5, 5/2. That could be something. I don't know. I'm kind of tired, guys. I'm going to end it right here. I apologize. I'm not thinking. But here's the numbers. I mean, you can see the numbers right in front of you. Or you could have. Here you go. You can see the numbers right in front of you. Just pause the video and just kind of look over the numbers. And I always give these numbers, these documents that I use here in these videos. They're available to download on my Patreon for members on my Patreon page. But hopefully this helps. Hopefully this gives you some insight. I just kind of did this a little too late. I'm just kind of tired for the night. But hopefully it helps. Hopefully it gives you insight to the co-main event and the main event for the UFC fight night. And I wish you the best of luck on all your picks. Hopefully you win all the money in the world. And have a great night, morning, evening, day, whenever you watch this video. Hopefully you're having a great time. Thanks, guys. I appreciate the support.